Hello everyone, I'm Raven from Raven Comics, and today we will be wrapping up this series on the Sons of the Justice League. We begin at the Kent house. This is Superman, who is asking about his son John. Lois tells him he just left for school. Superman then says that Hunter isn't in his room. Superman can't see him. He's already used his vision, and there's no sign of him for miles. He's probably out with the others. The problem is that he hasn't seen him since last night. Suddenly, something begins to happen to Superman. It seems like there's some kryptonite nearby. Lois asks him where the kryptonite is. Out of nowhere, the Aquaman from the future appears and attacks Superman. Arthur is holding a piece of kryptonite in one of his hands. That's not all. He's also using red solar energy, courtesy of Bruce Wayne. Now we know why he attacked Batman first. It seems that Batman has been preparing to take down Superman all along. Aquaman is about to continue attacking him, but first he says that this is all Superman's fault. Superman allowed this world to turn into a nightmare. If the Man of Steel had stopped it, Aquaman would regret what he's doing now, but that's not the case. More blows land on the Man of Steel, who can't defend himself. Aquaman is beating him up. Lois steps in and hits Aquaman on the back of the neck. Obviously, that did nothing since Aquaman is way too strong. Lois tries to hit him again, but Aquaman stops her. He warns her to stop, or he'll hurt her. This has nothing to do with her. Lois asks him what the heck happened to him, and what he's doing here. Arthur throws her aside and grabs Superman. The King of the Seas opens a portal to leave. We move to Nova Scotia, where Wonder Woman is reflecting. This is where she encountered Kindred. This is where the song was sung. The question is, to whom was it sung and why? Diana contacts Jeannie and asks if she can hear her. Jeannie says yes, although there's some local interference. The interference is caused by a wormhole in space, just beyond the moon. Near this spot, she's being watched by the children from the future. Everyone is there except Serenity. Nora asks Hunter if he's sure about doing this. Hunter says he's sure. If Wonder Woman dies, the future will survive. Maybe if they kill her now, they'll stop the approaching darkness. If they succeed, their parents and many others who died because of her will live. Nora tells him that might happen, but also, she's his mother. Cube says that while he was spying on her, he discovered that she will be the one to cause all these catastrophes. Hunter says she gave birth to him, but she's not his mother. Jenny tells them she's Wonder Woman. They can't fight against her. It's like trying to fight Superman. She's much more powerful than all of them. Hunter tries to motivate them. This is the reason they came here. They have to save their future, and this is the only way to do it. They have to take down Wonder Woman. This is where everything changes. The fight begins. Diana is being attacked by the Lantern Twins. Wonder Woman defends herself with her shield. Nora tries to take advantage of the distraction and charges at her at full speed. Diana manages to move just in time and dodges her. She then uses the lasso of truth to catch her and throw her into the air while still defending herself against the others. Wonder Woman hurls Nora against her brothers. The children of Flash were no match for Wonder Woman. But it's not over yet. Hunter takes advantage of the distractions to go after his mother. He's ready to kill her right now. Diana defends herself and elbows him hard. She doesn't want to hurt him, but she'll do whatever it takes to defend herself. Hunter tells her he's waited years to finish her off. Now we cut to Batman, who has just arrived at Superman's house. The Bat helps Lois regain consciousness. She was knocked out on the floor. Batman knows Aquaman is responsible for this, although he looks different now, much older. Lois tells him Aquaman had a piece of kryptonite in his hand. He also had something else that helped him defeat Superman more easily. Lois asks him to gather the Justice League members to alert them and go search for Superman. Batman tries to contact the rest of the team, but at the moment, no one is responding. We switch to Central City. This is Barry Allen's apartment, where he's sleeping. Jessica wakes him up and tells him the kids are gone. They've left. Suddenly, a glowing sphere enters through the window. Aquaman is here, and he's ready to fight against the Speedster and the Green Lantern. The glowing sphere turns out to be a temporal grenade. Despite that, Barry is still able to move. This surprises Aquaman, but that won't do much good, as the grenade's effect is about to wear off. Jessica also tries to fight, but Aquaman absorbs her lantern powers with his black ring. The grenade's effect ends, and Flash crashes into Aquaman's arm. Barry falls unconscious to the ground. Jessica doesn't understand what's going on. Her ring isn't working. And what is Aquaman doing here anyway? Now that Flash is down, it's time to take down Jessica. Elsewhere, Cyborg is asking his father, Cube, where he is. He's been looking for him, but can't find him anywhere. Mr. Stone tells him he thought Cyborg was with him, spending father-son time. Something is happening to Cyborg. He can't move anymore. His system isn't responding. Aquaman is responsible for this, having arrived for his next target. Stopping him was easy. Aquaman has parts of Cyborg integrated into his body, making it easy to hack into his system and disable him. Now he's taken him too. We're back with Lois, who asks Batman why Aquaman would want Superman. Batman tells her this Aquaman is from another world, specifically the future. Lois tells him the kids are from the future too. Batman asks, what kids? There's no time for explanations, but a little while ago, some kids from the future arrived, claiming to be their children. If they're here, Aquaman is probably after them too. Batman needs to contact the others and warn them. Batman tells her Aquaman took several of his gadgets. It's likely he'll use them to take down the rest of the team. Lois asks what he means by that. Was the kryptonite his? And that rod Aquaman used to attack Superman, does that belong to him too? Batman says it's a red sun projector. Lois is shocked to hear this. All this time, he's had things that could hurt Superman, even kill him. Not just him, but also his son John. Once this conflict is over, they're going to have a conversation. Right now, she needs to find her husband immediately. We return to Nova Scotia, where the children of the League are still fighting Wonder Woman. Diana tells them to stop and stay down. Diana grabs her son by the neck, telling them that if they keep fighting, they'll kill him. Hunter tells Cube to activate the bomb. Cube activates it, and we see a bright explosion similar to the ones Aquaman uses when he teleports. Meanwhile, in Midway City, Steve Trevor asks Green Lantern Simon Baz for his report. Could it be that they're close to cleaning up this mess? The higher-ups contacted Steve and asked if this energy could spread like a virus. Something is happening with Simon, as he's not responding. Simon apologizes, saying he was just a little distracted. The energy is contained within the dome, and there's no way for it to escape. Of course, unless he lets it out. Simon starts to hear a voice asking him to open the dome and let them out, saying the time has come. Suddenly, a portal opens. Diana and the kids appear inside the dome. Steve is surprised to see Diana. This is where it all began. Steve asks what happened to her. She tells him she's fine. But how did they manage to get to Midway City? Hunter asks Cube why he brought them to this place. Their destination was supposed to be elsewhere. Cube says it seems there was a bit of interference, and that's why they ended up back here. The voices keep speaking. Diana looks at the dark energy and asks if this is what infected the people in the city. It seems like it's alive, and not only that, the energy feels familiar to her. Nora wonders if this is what she thinks it is. This is the darkness, and it's ready to be released. The Green Lantern will no longer contain it. The voices keep demanding to be freed. With no other option, Simon opens the dome. The dark energy is released and takes Wonder Woman prisoner. We're now at the bay. The sun has just risen. Mera approaches her daughter and sees that she's awake. She asks her if she slept through the night. Serenity says she slept a little. She woke up early to watch the sunrise. She's also thinking about what she'll do from now on. She hasn't seen a scene like this since she was a little girl. Her happiness and memories reside in this place. This is where it all began with her father and mother. Mera tells her it's been a while since she's seen Arthur. He's been trapped in Atlantis for a long time, and she misses him. She wishes he were here with them. No doubt he would be thrilled to see his daughter. Well, that's what she thinks. Aquaman has always been a grump. Anyway, she's his daughter. Mera asks her how Aquaman died. Serenity simply says that her mother died fighting until the end, but says nothing about her father. The conversation continues, but Serenity feels uncomfortable and gets up. Mera asks what's wrong. Serenity wants to tell her the truth about what really happened to Aquaman, but her friends asked her not to mention it. The silence is broken. Aquaman is not dead, and things are worse than she imagined. Everything was horrible. Suddenly, someone appears. Serenity says he shouldn't be here. Aquaman has arrived at the bay, and Mera can't believe it's him. She asks what happened to him. Serenity tells her to stay away from him. She won't let him hurt her mother, and she will end him right now. Mera doesn't understand why her daughter wants to kill him. He's Aquaman, her father. Serenity tells her that he stopped being her father a long time ago. Aquaman abandoned them. Besides, it's his fault that Mera died. He's on the enemy's side with the Dark Queen from the future. Surely his mission is to travel to the past to harm them and kill them. Mera asks if he's really Arthur. Did he come here to hurt them? Aquaman says no, he would never kill her. Aquaman turns his back on them. Mera asks where he's going. His daughter is here. Aquaman just apologizes and activates a device. Sovereign, the queen of the world, has come to reclaim everything she lost. The world will burn until she finds it. We return to Diana. The energy has been released and now holds Wonder Woman prisoner. The energy demands that she kill everyone present, starting with Steve Trevor. Hunter knows what's happening. The darkness is here. Steve tries to get close to Wonder Woman, but Simon uses his powers to stop him. The Lantern twins spring into action to prevent Lantern from hurting Steve. The soldiers present tell the kids to step away, or they'll use lethal force. Steve asks everyone to calm down. Hunter says the darkness wants them to kill each other. Steve asks who he is. Hunter tells him they're from the future, and their parents are members of the League. The kids introduce themselves. He's Wonder Woman's son. Steve asks who the father is. Hunter tells him it's not him. The darkness has Wonder Woman, and the kids' mission is to fix all this. It seems the kids weren't sure if Diana was to blame for their terrible future, as they only believe she's responsible. The problem is the darkness. It didn't need to attack her at this moment. They were born a few years after this time. The darkness came to Earth when they were still children. Steve knows that when someone time travels to fix things, it usually changes everything and makes things worse. So, the changes are their fault. The darkness keeps whispering things to Diana, telling her to kill everyone except Hunter, since he's their son. That means he's the son of Diana and the darkness. Meanwhile, at the bay, Sovereign has arrived. Remember, Aquaman had set up a portal to bring her to this time. Serenity tells her mother to leave. She's Sovereign, the queen of the future. Mera asks who she really is and why Aquaman is kneeling. Sovereign says she is his queen. The fact that the kids came to this time will be useless, as the queen would finish them all if she wanted. Mera wants to fight, but Arthur tells her there's no need. The reason for their visit is not to start a battle. Sovereign reveals something important. The one responsible for Aquaman's current state is Serenity, his daughter. After Mera was killed, Serenity used magic to expel him from the oceans. Aquaman didn't die, but he was severely injured. As a result, he had to gather Cyborg's parts, as Cyborg was already dead. It's time to leave. Sovereign is here for her daughter, and Aquaman will take her to her. Mera will follow Aquaman. No matter what he does, she will go wherever he goes. Meanwhile, miles away from the bay, Batman is in his Batwing. The Bat is searching for Cyborg. Genie is helping him track him down. But the problem is that he has found two signals similar to Cyborg's. One of those signals has to be Aquaman, as he's using Cyborg's parts. Surprisingly, that signal just disappeared from the radar. Batman asks for the coordinates of Cyborg's location. Genie will give Bruce the coordinates immediately. At this moment, the Bat has his mask on and wants to be called Batman. Genie responds with, "Yes, Bruce." In Midway City, Steve doesn't want anyone to hurt Diana. After all, she's Wonder Woman. Diana tells Steve she won't be able to contain the darkness for much longer. If she lets herself be consumed by it, violence and destruction will engulf the entire world. She has already seen it, and she has already done it. Steve doesn't understand what she's talking about and asks if they can stop it. Diana says they can't stop it. They tried in the future, but they failed. As a final request, she asks Steve to take care of Hunter. He's her son, and he's the only person the darkness doesn't want her to kill. Their conversation is interrupted. The Queen is here, and she has already started her attack. The kids can't believe Sovereign has arrived. The darkness keeps speaking. Diana must prepare, observe, and learn. A battle breaks out. All the kids try to stop the queen. Aquaman, Mera, and Serenity have also arrived. Serenity won't let her friends fight alone. Aquaman tries to stop her, but she tells him they're more family to her than he ever was. Mera will also join the battle. They are her children, and she can't stand here and do nothing. The question is, will Arthur just stand by and watch as the queen destroys their children? Faced with this, Aquaman doesn't know what to do. The darkness speaks to Wonder Woman and asks if she remembers her future. When they spread the darkness across the world, Sovereign appeared. The queen rules with great brutality, without compassion or mercy. The queen never needed this darkness to create chaos. She had her own darkness, born from the pain of a loss. That pain was unleashed upon what remained of this world. Now she has come to this timeline to do it again. If Diana and the darkness connect, they are the ones who could rule this land. Meanwhile, Simon Baz manages to free himself from the darkness that had bound him. Now he also joins the battle. What they need to do is form coordinated attacks to defeat their opponents. Meanwhile, in a zone filled with darkness, we see the rest of the Justice League. It seems that someone resembling Aquaman attacked them and brought them to this place. Cyborg uses his scanner to figure out where they are. It appears they're in some kind of manipulated space rift inside a wormhole. Cyborg will try to get them out of here, but first he checks an urgent file in his system. The file is a message from the Aquaman of the future, explaining what happened. The Queen sent him to this place, thinking they would get in her way. He didn't want to kill them, so he just took them off the map. Without a doubt, Aquaman is no longer the man they once knew. When he came to this world, he saw Mera and his friends. He felt something he hadn't felt in a long time, and that was hope. Aquaman switches sides and now prepares to attack the Queen. Everyone must attack her at the same time. There's only one life in this world that matters to her. When darkness spread across the world, Sovereign lost the person she loved most. So, she unleashed all her pain on Earth. When the kids came to this timeline, she followed them, seeing an opportunity to change things. The Queen has faced gods and emerged victorious. She's only here for one reason: Diana, Wonder Woman. Hippolyta, Diana's mother, is here to rescue her daughter. Hunter can't believe it. All this time, they thought Diana was the Queen. Meanwhile, Aquaman left the League with the necessary tools to get to this place. They're the last hope. Bad news: Green Lantern Simon Baz has a severe wound in his abdomen. Hippolyta asks her daughter to leave this place. The world doesn't deserve her. Darkness continues to control Diana, and if it infects her friends, it will steal their compassion and reasoning. It's time to let violence and hatred invade their thoughts, just as it has invaded hers. The League has been infected too, and now it's time for them to destroy this world. The battle begins. Darkness commands Diana to fight against her mother and kill her. Meanwhile, Aquaman confirms what had happened long ago. Darkness took over the League when their children were still young. Darkness orders the League to kill everyone present, including their children. Hunter asks Steve Trevor to evacuate the area. The kids will stay to fight against their parents. They came back in time to save the world, and that's what they're going to do. Parents and children fight. Hunter tells the others to forget that they are their parents. They must defeat them at all costs. Hunter withdraws. The darkness has taken him, and it tells him to find his path into the darkness. He was born to be a Dark Lord. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman is relentlessly beating her mother. She hates her for everything that's happened. The darkness has completely consumed her. There will be no more compassion and mercy inside her. Diana is about to deliver the final blow to Hippolyta when someone intervenes to stop it. The darkness is furious. Hunter was supposed to be the only one not to be harmed. In the battle between Superman and Aquaman, the latter tries to reason with his friend. Unfortunately for him, the darkness has completely blinded him, and all he thinks about is killing him. Superman asks if he was the one who killed John. The Green Lantern twins try to confront their mother. Green Lantern is too powerful for them, and besides, she doesn't think they are her children. After all, she's never been with Barry. Jason asks what they should do. They have to attack their mother and hurt her. Jenny pleads with him not to do it. After all, she's still their mother. A speed battle ensues as Barry fights against Nora. Barry also says she can't be his daughter. The only woman Barry would ever want to have children with is Iris. Nora begs her father to remember. Flash tells her he's going to kill her to save his future with Iris. The battle between Aquaman and Superman is about to end. The darkness convinces the Man of Steel that Aquaman is responsible for John's death. Thus, Superman grabs Aquaman's arm and crushes it. There's one League member missing from this battle. The Bat is here to save Superman. After all, Lois sent him. Batman uses a red sun staff to weaken Superman. Mera is about to attack her daughter with her trident. She's angry because she trusted her daughter, and Serenity lied to her. From a distance, Aquaman watches. Serenity tries to reason with him. Aquaman killed her, which is why Serenity used magic to banish him from Atlantis. Mera is about to deliver the final blow when Aquaman suddenly intervenes, shielding his daughter with his body. Afterward, Serenity attacks Mera. Arthur confesses to his daughter what happened when she was a child. The darkness had taken control of Mera and wanted to kill her, just like it's happening now. The only option he had was to kill Mera to save Serenity. Aquaman doesn't want to go through this again. They both have to work together to stop it. She is his daughter, and he has always tried to protect her. He hates himself for having killed her mother. But their conversation is cut short. Mera uses her trident to pierce Aquaman through the chest. The battle between the Lanterns is still ongoing. Jason is still fighting Jessica, but bad news strikes. Simon is dead, no longer breathing. They both must combine their powers to save him. Jason uses his Black Lantern powers, and Jenny uses her White Lantern powers to bring Simon back to life. They now use these same powers to attack Jessica Cruz. It was difficult, and they never wanted to hurt her, but in the end, they had no choice. Simon asks what happened. Jason tells him they used the power of the Black and White Lanterns to bring him back. Meanwhile, Cube is fighting Cyborg. His son tells him that if he wants to stop him, he'll have to kill him. Meanwhile, Hunter is attacking Wonder Woman. He believes that if he can kill her, they might be able to stop all of this. The darkness has also taken Hunter and is urging him to finish her off right now. Before Hunter lands another blow, Hippolyta speaks to him, asking if he knows the real reason she left him. Hippolyta tells him that darkness had already infected her. She knew that if they took her son, he would become extremely powerful, like a new Trigon or Darkseid. Diana left him to save him and placed him in the care of those she trusted most. Diana knew she was about to contaminate the world, so she took her own life. However, it was too late. The darkness had already started to infect everyone and grew over the years. What mattered was that Hunter was safe, and the love of his mother was protecting him. Hunter can't believe this story. She abandoned him, and it was Superman who protected him all this time. Hippolyta tells him that this darkness is the hatred, fear, anger, and intolerance that lies in the hearts of the people these heroes protected. The darkness came to life and caused the heroes' deaths. The world was left in ruins, and Diana also died. That's why Hippolyta hates this world and created her own darkness. Hunter asks what they can do to save her. She couldn't defeat the darkness in the future. The only way to pull her out of the darkness is to help her find her true self again. Cube will apply this technique with his father. He will show him the day he was born. He knows it was all an accident, but when he was born, he felt that Cyborg had love for him and his mother. He feels that love is still inside him. He just has to remember it. Cyborg comes to his senses and remembers all those moments with his son. He has now freed himself from the dark energy. Hunter and Hippolyta do everything they can to stop Diana and find a way to reason with her. Batman is also doing his part to stop Superman. The Bat knows he won't be able to hold him off for long. It's time to end this. The Lantern Twins will work together so that there is no more hate, only love. The twins manage to make the darkness abandon them and trap it in a sphere. Hippolyta knows that energy cannot be completely destroyed, only contained by someone powerful enough. Hippolyta offers to take it, now that Diana is safe, she can finally rest in peace. Aquaman will also go with her. After saying goodbye to their children, Hippolyta and Arthur take the dark energy. Before leaving, Hippolyta tells Diana that she is glad to see her again. Now she can be safe. A week has passed since the incident. The League has spent quality time with their children over these days. Superman is grateful to them. The kids save them and the future. The children leave, and Jenny wonders if their future has really changed. Simon says they can always have hope that the future will be better. The kids depart, and Batman wonders about them. Can they make the future better? Superman says they will. The future is waiting for them, and they will have to go in search of it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.